I'm here today in London's Holland Park, this fashionable part of Kensington, where just across the road behind me there, Richard Branson once lived and David Beckham had a property. These houses across the road would sell for 20-30 million pounds. But the big news at the moment in the UK is the staff shortage. There is a shortage of people like lorry drivers, for instance, which are holding up deliveries to food stores like Tesco's here behind me. In fact, Tesco's have offered lorry drivers £1,000 bonus just to sign on with them, and I think other companies are doing a similar thing to attract drivers. This is partly due to Brexit, of course. Many European drivers have gone home, but I don't think it's really Brexit. I think it's more to do with the lockdown and the fact that a lot of drivers just were not in work, so they went home, and some of them don't want to have the jab, and they just said, well, we're not going to have it. So there is a shortage at the moment, but I think it's been blown up. I mean, if you, I'm probably not allowed to go in and film in there, but if you look, there seems to be. I don't think I can't see a massive shortage of stuff on the shelves. Maybe you might not get your favourite type of mango or something, but other than that, I think things are okay. But some people on the radio are warning, we're going to be short of turkeys for Christmas and that sort of thing. But I don't really think so. There's lots of job vacancies, of course. If you look here at my favourite coffee place, they're hiring Pret a Manger. So there's plenty of jobs here, but they're not high-paid jobs, of course. And I think there are something like 1 million jobs advertised right now on various sites in the UK, and yet there are well over 1 million people unemployed. There are 5 million people claiming some sort of universal credit. So something doesn't feel right there, does it? But anyway, in Holland Park, things look pretty dandy. Properties, flats around here sell for £400,000 to £500,000 and upwards, depending on whether it's a sort of a flat in a period property or whether it's an ex-council. Believe it or not, there's a lot of council properties in Holland Park and Kensington. Maybe over to my, behind me there now. If you go back there, you'll find a lot of ex-council properties or current council properties with some private ownership. But then if you go towards that side, towards Kensington High Street, then you're looking at a lot more, but you still can pick up a flat around Holland Park. I just looked at one, a 2-bed flat in a council block on the second floor for £400,000, and it's quite a large flat, a large 2-bedroom flat that would rent out for £1,700 a month. That's £20,000 a year. So you'd literally get a 5% yield from that property. Okay, the landlord has to pay the service charges, which are about £1,000 a year, and the ground rent, but the gross yield in effect is around 5%, and you might get a bit more on the rent. So that's a pretty good yield for London, where you wouldn't get that sort of yield on a period property, I would have thought. So as a buy-to-let proposition, that's pretty good, and you can borrow money at such cheap rates now, so it's not a bad deal. So that's the news today. I'm going to be publishing on Facebook very soon an episode that I recorded with Michelle Seiler Tucker, who is an expert in preparing businesses for sale, preparing your business to get the maximum amount to sell that business for. And she's written a book called Exit Rich, which literally means exit your business rich, rather than exit your business, poor, or exit your business not as rich as you could do had you not prepared. So she goes through a lot of her strategies to prepare your business to get the maximum from it, to prepare your business, for instance, to be able to sell it. A lot of business owners can't sell their business because they can never step away from it. The business is all about them. So how can they expect somebody to come in and buy their business when they are in effect wedded to that business? So you can't sell a business if you are in that business, and the business will not run without you. You have to be able to step away and get that business managed before you can realistically sell it for the maximum price. So Michelle Seiler-Tucker, look out for that episode. It's actually on iTunes at the moment, and I'll be putting that on Facebook later, which will go through the strategies that she has developed over the last 20, 30 years towards selling a business. And her businesses start from a couple of $1 million up to $20 million. So it's small to medium-sized enterprises, but she really knows her stuff, and it's a very interesting interview, because a lot of people start a business, they don't think about having an exit strategy. They just start a business and roll on with it. In fact, I've done the same thing myself. I started a business, and it suddenly, after a couple of years, just took off. And then we started thinking about an exit strategy. But before that, we didn't think about it. So had I taken her advice, I probably could have done a lot better with the business when it was eventually sold. So have a look out for that one. And just finally here, there's a few empty shops around. I've seen a few to let shops here. We have moved. So, you know, the high street is still suffering, but not in an area like this, because this is like trendy cafes and little bars and that sort of thing, nice pubs. I mean, Holland Park is a wealthy area, but you know, if you go to other parts of the country, there is evidence that you know, the market is suffering on retail. So I will see you there. And just by the way, just up here, over there is Notting Hill Gate, famous Notting Hill from the movie, and then over there would be, down that way would be towards Kensington High Street and Earl's Court. And then up here you've got nice little turn-ins, beautiful properties up there. And this is Holland Park Station. So I'll be catching a train now, getting on the London Underground. And I hope you all have a good day and stay safe. Yes, I've got my mask here, but I've noticed that hardly anybody's wearing them, even on the train where they're supposed to wear masks. And this bus here, 31 bus, goes to where I used to live in, Camden Town. Interesting. So thanks a lot for listening, and have a great day. Bye for now.